Hey, it's your boy Roy. Wait, I need to make sure the audio's recording really quick. Okay, it is. Um, I'm back, and let me tell you, this shit overpriced, but I had the currency and I don't want to buy any more credits, so I'm buying that and I'm done until they release another swimsuit skin, then maybe. But I am done buying stuff in this game now. I don't care about the battle pass at all. But I wanted to talk about, I'm not here to talk about that. I'm here to talk about this right here because this is like actually astonishing what they've done here. They've got a team queue, which I do not think this was the right time for this because I think the game feels really bad right now. Not a lot of streamers are playing, and this is just actually like a streamer mode. Like it is kind of cool that players can group up regardless of how far apart they are in ranked. But that the problem with that is that's fucking like that should be in the normal game. I should be allowed to play with my fucking friends, bro. Like I kind of understand that in like grandmasters to like or yeah, grandmasters to like maybe diamond. I wouldn't even say diamond though. I would say grandmasters and masters, that's fair. But like fuck, dude, I'm like barely better than my brother and my cousin, but I can't play at all. I can't play ranked with them at all. And that's really frustrating. And I'm sure it's like that for a lot of other casual players. Um, this just isn't super interesting though. I don't know. Not for me at least. Then we got so this is where things just immediately for me just took a turn for the worse. We got Orisa, where she got a damage reduction increase from 40% to 50. So she takes less damage in Fortify, which that is so fucking like what? What is even the point of that? She was already annoying as hell in the like I'm only in Diamond and she's fucking annoying as shit because I'm playing Reinhardt for like 2 minutes and someone immediately swaps to Orisa and just literally counters my entire existence by just existing. As you can tell, I'm actually pretty pissed about this shit. And I haven't played Overwatch in weeks because I was hoping this balance patch would bring me back in a lot of enjoyment, but this is not it. Ramatra, this is a nice one, but it's literally the smallest thing ever. I don't know why this wasn't in just like bug fixes. That's what it could have been in. Ramatra's Ravenous Vortex would hit enemies, but now it just goes through enemies, but is blocked through barriers, which that's fine. Reinhardt. I got so excited when I saw this. I'm like, oh my god. My character who just gets countered by like literally every character in the game for fucking no reason. Uh Even in Diamond. When your character is getting countered in Diamond, that's how you know it's rough. Like, I'm getting fucking counter swapped in Diamond. That is fucked up. Like, there's no reason for that to be happening. And I'm like, okay, so they probably increased his health a little bit. Maybe they increased his hammer damage. I'm like praying at this point, essentially. No, they just increased his barrier health. Which, this is fucking nothing. Like, you could increase his barrier health to 2,000, and I really don't think it would change almost anything. Like, his shield still goes down so fast because it's the one thing to shoot. Like, you get there's no longer where you kind of have to worry about like, oh well, they might have another barrier immediately after it, so maybe we shouldn't just waste all of our bullets. Uh, it's gone, so you just shatter that, and Reinhardt's fucked. So I am honestly curious. I wish that they just upped this to fucking 2,000 just to see if anything changed, because I don't think anything would. I think it would stay the same. Uh, and it's we're increasing Reinhardt's barrier uptime to help it better protect his allies. That is not what you even do as Reinhardt anymore. It's not you've completely lost this is another thing. They've completely lost the spirit of like this is a character's fantasy essentially, where like Reinhardt is supposed to be like this guy who protects his teammates with a big shield and he has this big hammer. When people get close, he can knock them around and hurt them like hard if they get close. That's completely gone in Overwatch 2, and it's for a lot of characters. It's not just Reinhardt. Like Brigitte was supposed to be like the tanky support. She's nothing like that anymore. She's still more tanky than the other ones, but she's not that. And there's so many characters like that who have kind of lost that fantasy element to them, where they're kind of like based on an idea, and it's more now everyone's balanced, which is nice if you're really looking for a balanced game. But if you're really looking for a balanced game, I think you're in the wrong game, to be honest. Um, Wrecking Ball, manual reload, which is like when you're in the not the ball mode, reduced. So you can just reload a little faster, I guess. Cool. These tank changes are like actually a joke though. No one is really talking about these, but they are such a joke. I'm a tank main, and this is actually offensive to me because we get a Orisa change that literally nobody asked for, that doesn't help anybody. We get a Ramattra change that's literally just like a bug fix. A Reinhardt change that fucking doesn't do a thing. And then a Wrecking Ball change that is so small that it's, once again, doesn't really do anything. These two are on the same level. And then we move to damage. Um, they buffed her railgun, so it takes slightly less or slightly longer for it to get to the spread going. They reduced the spread as well. That at least does something, but it's not like big. Then they just were like, all right, we're just gonna make Soldier 76 like the best character in the game for literally no reason. I'm just kidding. I haven't played enough. He might not be the best, but these buffs were crazy. They buffed his damage for his primary fire. They buffed his damage by 10 for his Helix rockets, which means that he's damage boost. It's almost a one-hit kill with the Helix rocket, and the healing field. They buffed literally everything about this man besides his sprinting speed. It's like, and I don't even think he needed a change. Like, I think he was fine. He was not the best, but he was fine. A lot of these other characters do need changes. Then we got Symmetra, where they're trying to make her not map dependent, essentially, and they're trying to reduce what you do with her turrets. Like, you know how Symmetra's whole thing is her turrets. This is once again another thing where we're kind of losing the original Hero Fantasy, I think, where she's a lot less of a turret character now, and she's like projecting shit. She's more just like shield girl. So primary fire, maximum impact damage, or secondary fire, increase from 45 to 50, and then maximum explosion damage. So essentially, she does 100 damage per shot, per right click. And then she also regenerates up to 30 health shield per second when primary firing against barriers. There's a typo there. Or enemies with shield health. That's really frustrating. I don't know what the fuck this is. And I'm obviously even more mad about this as a Ryan main because I already hate Symmetra with a passion, and it's just gonna get worse. Sentry turret, then they reduce the damage from 40 to 25. And turrets now reveal enemies when dealing damage. It's such a, like, what the fuck? Like, what? Why? Why is that a thing? They reveal enemies now? Okay, I guess, whatever. Torb. This one is the most funny to me because they're like, Torb's turret is a little much too impact for little investment. So we're shifting some of its power to the rest of his kit to reward more accurate gunplay. And then the changes are, what the fuck? This is super bugged. And then the changes are secondary fire spread reduced from 5 to 4.5. So they made his shotgun, easier to hit, which doesn't reward accuracy, obviously. They made his turret do less damage and increase the cooldown. And then they also gave overload. It reloads 6 ammo on use. So they literally just made him less accurate. Like, you have to be less accurate now. That was just some poor choices of words. I would have said, like, to reward his gunplay more, essentially. Not his, or more accurate. Then we got Kiriko. This is the fucking smallest thing of all time, but cool, I guess. And this one also really doesn't make me feel good. So personally, there's a little war going on Overwatch right now, and it's between Zenyatta mains and tanks. Most sane people will say, yeah, it's kind of unfair that you, here, let me just show you. As a Zenyatta, oh, fuck, wrong thing. As a Zenyatta, you can literally just throw a Discord orb on a character, and it will just literally make you take 25% less damage, pretty much eternally. No matter what, there's not really anything you can do about it. But some insane maniacs who only play Zenyatta think that, no, that's completely fair and you shouldn't be complaining about it. Now, do I think they should remove it? No, not really. I don't think that's, like, the idea you should ever do. I also don't think they should just flat out nerf it. What I do think they should have done is obviously, I'm sure you can imagine, even not playing Overwatch, well, wouldn't this just be very, very good against, like, the tanks? Because the tanks are always supposed to be in front of the, like, you know, in the front of the team. So imagine, I'm just Zenyatta, I'm over here, my team's all around this corner. This Reinhardt, I can just keep this on him. Like, the range is still, it got a nerf of range. They nerfed the range by, let me see, I think it was, like, 20, from, like, 35 to 25. And they nerfed the lock-on, so if I stay looking away at it, it'll go away quicker. But obviously, this just rewards you more for putting it on the tank now. Because now if you put it on the tank, they're gonna actually keep it on because they're the front line. So I don't know what the fuck they were thinking while doing this. Once again, I'm not super invested in balance. Like, I really do think if you're making this game, you should just be making it as fun as fuck for everybody. However, I don't think abilities like this are fun for anybody. I don't think it's fun for the Zenyatta. All you really do is you put an orb on him, and then you just kind of, you're like, oh, I just gotta hit my shots. It doesn't make him. It's like not like the ability is actually fun. It's just the feeling of hitting the shots. I'm really pissed about that change, and to be honest, I'm not exactly a Redditor, but I have been checking the subreddit for the Zenyatta mains because it kept appearing on my, like, I don't know what it's called, like my page, all the stuff that appears for you to see essentially. It kept appearing on there, my like recommended, and every single post was hating on people like Flats or just tank mains in general, and Reinhardt mains specifically. It's like, you guys just don't want to be able to play, you just want to be able to only play your main constantly. And it's like, yeah, you're fucking right. I want to be able to play the character I spent all of my time playing. Yeah, good one. I don't want him to necessarily be, like, I don't want Reinhardt to be broken. I'm not asking for him to be the best character in the game constantly. What I am asking for is for him to not just be horrible against literally everybody in the game. And tanks in general against Zenyatta have always struggled, but recently now it's going to be even worse. And it was already throwing me off of this game. Like, I had already quit playing tank because of how much I hate the fucking stupid Discord orb. And I'm not going to call anyone out, and I don't really want to start, like, I don't have any real beef with it because I don't really play the game very much anymore. But I just need, like, any person who plays shooters will tell you an ability where I literally can be, like, fucking 25 meters out or 30 meters, however much it is, and it literally just decreases or increases the damage that you take by 25% for no reason. That's some bullshit. That's some actual bullshit. Because you don't need to do a single thing for this. Like, if it took some skill to hit it on somebody or something, or maybe if it just came off faster, that would be nice, but it doesn't. Honestly, if you were asking what I would do to change it, I would just make it, you know how Ana's sleep dart doesn't work as long on tanks? Like, look, if I switch to Ana, and I sleep this Reinhardt, 1, 2, 3, he's up. So, and then we switch it to, I don't know, Reaper. And we wait for fucking 50 seconds. I shoot down this icicle over here just for good luck charm. Okay. Now we shoot him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you see, it's longer. I don't know if my counting is accurate, to be honest. I actually doubt it is. But you see, it takes longer for me to count that same amount. So, I would say something like that for Discord Orb would be fine. Like, either make it come off faster if you're a tank, or make it, like, do less damage, or do less damage increase if you're a tank. I think it makes sense, because you're a big fucking bulky tank. And that's just me personally. I just think the balance is absolutely insane this patch. And I still absolutely stand by what I said in one of my previous videos. Overwatch needs to choose. Are you going to be a competitive game, or are you going to be a casual game for fun? Because right now the balance changes are trying to do both, and it really just makes the game terrible all the time. Also, I really don't think the summer event is good at all. The best thing they had is this Mercy skin, and that's literally not even that good. I literally think that's the best part, though, because there's nothing else, essentially. All we got was Winston's beach volleyball and then Lucio Ball, which apparently doesn't even fucking work. So, you know, Overwatch Classic. That's about it. Later.